Hughes family. TriceHughes.com is a great source for inventory available on the lot in Princeton, but now you can see all the inventory available for Wildcat Chevrolet too. This joint website is huge for you, the consumer. The power of the two websites showing every vehicle available at both locations. You deal with your favorite salesperson, sales department, and dealership. Visit TriceHughes.com to find the vehicle you're looking for.
We're back with Coffee Talk, and we're going to talk a little bit of youth sports, a little bit more youth sports, because we just talked to Bill Hobby about his experiences with youth sports. Now we have David Brown in the studio with us. And David, I understand that. Good morning.
Thank you for coming. And thank you. Thank you for making this happen, Misty.
Yes, I understand sign-ups are about to end.
They are. And, well, Saturday is actually our last official sign-up day. We're in the process of trying to build some additional teams, and so we appreciate this opportunity to promote the program, and hopefully some more will come out that have played in the past, or some will start that are thinking about it.
So what do we have to do to sign up?
Kyle, I brought Kyle Rogers with me. He's with the baseball committee and a huge part of Youth Incorporated Sports. You want to address any of it?
I mean, we're having sign-ups at the park on Saturday, so all you got to do is come out.
At Youth Incorporated Parks this Saturday. I realize it may be raining, but we'll be there under the concession stand and under the pavilion so that we can stay dry. All they need to do is come and fill out the sheet, and we'll get them on a team. And
this year we went away from online sign-ups because it was just costing so much money.
In the past, so that people do know, we have used the website to sign people up, just like Kyle said. But the web page administrator, the Sports Illustrated people, they get a cut of that, and then when people pay online, they get a percentage of that. And so it's literally costing us,
6%, I think.
Yeah, for a kid to sign up to play ball. And so we've gone to a complete paper sign up. So we're asking them to come and fill that paperwork out. It makes it nice that people can pay with cash or a check this time as well. So Saturday, please.
Yeah, we need a lot of kids to come out. We're running behind a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you. Okay, so I have a couple questions. I was going to ask you how many are signed up right now.
Well, as far as the numbers go, we have, Bobby Joe Thatcher sent this to me last night. We've got 4 8U, so 8 and under.
That's boys.
Boys, right? Yeah. 2 8U girls teams, 2 10U boys teams, 2 10U girls teams, 1 12U boys, and 2 12U girls teams. So we'd really like to double that if at all possible. Our numbers were down in basketball, and it appears that they're somewhat down in baseball. And we don't know, Misty, whether it's the online issue or if they're busy doing other stuff, Fortnite and everything else. I don't know.
What is the cost to sign up?
You got it?
$50.
Yeah, $50, and they're going to have something to do all summer long. It'll be the best $50 that they've ever spent. If you think about, they get to play games. Later in the summer, they'll have practices. They're going to get exercise. The best part about Youth Incorporated Sports to me is the friendships that you build with other kids. When I was growing up, we had a group of kids in the neighborhood that we played with. But man, when we started playing Youth Incorporated Sports, we got to meet guys from all over the county, and it was cool to me, and lifelong friendships.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, most people talk about, if they start talking about it, they talk about when they was playing.
Yeah.
What they did, who they played with.
Yeah, we were just doing it with Mr. Hobby out there because, we both had played with, for, or against him in one sport or another. He's had a huge impact on youth sports in Caldwell County and the region. So it's, yeah, and we still get together. If we're sitting at somebody's house watching a Kentucky ball game or something, somebody will say, "You remember when?" And so it'll be the best money that anybody spends. And I'll add to that we do have scholarships that are available for some that aren't able to afford it. If as long as their fees have been paid up to date from previous sports, then some of the Salvation Army, Hope and Coach Center, yeah, that they pay, don't they, Kyle? I mean,
they'll pay some of it.
Yeah, and so it there's no reason not to play.
Yeah, just let us know, and if you're having any trouble at all, and we'll try to make sure you get in touch with the right people and get your help.
How many games do they play?
Well, it's varied. It's varied on what level the young person and their family wants to play. It can vary from anywhere to 8 games in the summertime, and they can go on and play on some CCDL or some lads. It's a regional recreation.
Yeah, right now we have Crittenden, Lyon, and Trigg, and Dawson.
Yep.
So there is a little bit of travel involved, but and it depends how many games you get to play. Depends on how many teams are in the league.
Yeah. So there's going to be a ton of games, ton of practices.
Probably most of the time, I think it was around 12, 14 games that we play.
Yeah. And that many practices for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best things, one of the things that I hope people will see this time is that we are initiating some coaches training, so that we want to make sure that everybody has the best experience that they can. We choose coaches that are qualified for sure, but iron sharpens iron, and so if Kyle certainly knows more about basketball than I do, or somebody knows more about baseball, then we can rub off one another and kind of, hey, I tried this and I tried that, and then we've got an organization that's going to give us some fundamental drills so that the experience is basically the same across the board, and our coaches have every opportunity to gain as much knowledge as they want to gain.
You said the signups for tomorrow, they're not just necessarily calling for rain, they're calling for some pretty bad thunderstorms.
Right.
If that keeps people in tomorrow.
Right.
Do you have, are you going to extend this maybe, or is tomorrow just it, if you don't get it tomorrow?
No, it's possible that we will extend, very, very, very likely. And we can take sign-ups up until, most of the time we will take anybody up until we have evaluations in the draft. So once we pick teams, we try not to, but that's still not set in stone that we wouldn't take somebody even after we pick teams.
And that's the thing, we want everybody to play.
Anybody that wants to.
Yeah.
We don't want them left out.
No. And if a kid moves into town, it doesn't mean that we can't get them on a team. It's just like Kyle said. I talked to Bobby Joe last night, and we even talked about extending things. It's tough, because somebody will say, oh, that's a good kid that you put on that team, after the deadline. So after the draft, it does make it difficult. But we've also, with these other teams, with Lyon and Crittenden and Dawson and Trigg County, once that schedule is set, we don't want to blow up our team so that there's more kids on the team than gets us, so that everyone gets the chance to play. We don't want it where that you've got to work in 18 kids on a 9-man roster, and it makes it tough. So I'm certain of the fact that we'll probably extend because of the weather, but we've also I think Bobby Joe told me the 16th of March is when all of the other counties are shutting theirs down, and so after that it's going to be squeaky.
Yeah.
Squeaky. Yeah, I think that's next Saturday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at my calendar here. But, yeah. When is your first practice?
Well, it'll be after weather permitting. We're going to try to have evaluations, and that way all the coaches get the opportunity to see each and every kid. And then we'll try to pick the teams right after the evaluations. And then after that, the coaches can pick their practice times. And
how many coaches do you have?
Well, it depends how many teams we end up.
I got you.
Right. That, he sent me, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, it's dependent on the teams and the baseball and softball committee. We're looking for the best coaches. We don't necessarily. It's always been great about Youth Incorporated. People have stepped up and volunteered because they wanted the kids to have a good experience. We're recruiting and asking for folks to come, and if you've got a passion for softball and you'd like to get involved with coaching, then let us know. If you've got a passion for baseball, then let us know, because we want to give the young people the best coaches that they can possibly have. That's the kicker. Like Bill Hobby, he and Billy Ray, I remember them. There's so many great coaches, that have gone through, and they didn't have kids. Their kids had gone on, and
they kept coaching.
Yeah, they kept coaching. They kept giving, and it would be hard to argue that they weren't like the best coaches in the league. Really,
well, the more you coach. I mean, I've coached a long time, and the more you coach, the better the more experience you get, the better off you are. And when I coach, if you don't know nothing about baseball, you can still help me if you'll do.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of. I mean, I'll take every parent on the team to help me, where I can break them down small groups and.
It is. It's a family affair. He's telling the truth, and I always did it the very same way. Hey, will you go with them to the tee? Hey, will you go with them, over there and show them how to catch this? And so it's.
There's something everybody can do. I promise. If you have time to help and want to help, we can definitely use your help.
Of course, Bill was here earlier. I don't know if you've heard of our Hometown Heroes.
Yeah.
He was selected as our February Hometown Hero. Of course, Princeton Drugs has sponsored that with us and making that happen. And that was the reason he was nominated, for his involvement in the sports. And while he was here, he told us that it was the whole family thing, like the whole family. Anytime he was at the ballpark, the kids were there. I believe his wife, the way she put it was their second home.
Oh, I believe it. I know you remember you were telling the story about playing basketball with him and everything else. That did. The entire family has been phenomenal for the local athletics, whether it be Bill and Barbara or Mike and Rhonda or Eddie, and that all of them have been huge. And that guys like that, Bill and Barbara helped forever, Rhonda helped forever, Mike played forever. Those are the type of people that we want to come out and say, hey, I'd love to get involved with a youth team. Have you got somebody that needs some help? That just because you don't have a kid in it anymore doesn't mean that you're not needed. And it may just be that you come along somebody that coaches, like Kyle. Kyle will take you and use your strength, and we'll be better off for it.
How long has Youth Incorporated been going on here in this area?
If I'm not mistaken, and somebody may call and tell me I'm a liar, I think 1954
wow.
is when I think it was Bill Morgan took that ground where the park is located now and started laying out a ball field. I think it was for older kids at that particular time. They built the big VFW field, and then the Settle Field, Dr. Ed Settle's dad and the Pettit family came alongside, and they built the next field that we know as, Kyle and my age know it as the Little League field, which was an icon for this particular area. But 1954, we've been providing, we call it where dreams are made. And there's no doubt in Kyle's mind or my mind or anyone else on the board that it's true. It's true. There's nothing like watching a group of young boys and girls celebrating after a win, or somebody gets their first hit, or, you know, it's a phenomenal place, and it's good for the community too, Misty.
Do you have adult teams as well? I mean, I know you're Youth Incorporated, but
no.
I'm asking, are there adult teams?
No, we got the age of 15 is where we've been mandated to kind of cut things off. We don't want to. We want to work in partnership with the schools. Wouldn't you say, Kyle?
Yes.
And
100%.
Yeah, and so we kind of see ourselves as the feeder programs for the high school sports. And then after the high school sports, the way things are kind of designed in the community, the City County Park kind of takes over, and they have the adult league softball and so forth and so on. Certainly not against it, but our founding documents we kind of try and take care of things up until the age of 15.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's been, I can think of games that I've lost. I've told guys about fly balls that I dropped or something like that. But I can also remember guys that absolutely were stars in my mind, that went on to play college baseball, that went on to do things on a different level in athletics. And the truth of the matter is it all started at Youth Incorporated. It really did.
All right, David, once again, when and what time and where do we sign up for baseball summer?
You want to take it? It's tomorrow from 1 until 5 at the Youth Incorporated ballpark under the pavilion there. If someone has not signed up or is not able to do so, if they will text me at
just get in touch with us. We'll get you. We'll help you get signed up for sure.
The numbers are on the website, Youth Incorporated Caldwell County, but they can text me at 270-625-5054, or any member of the board. We'll be more than happy to get them plugged in the right place.
All right. Thank you, David and Kyle, for coming in this morning. David Brown, Kyle Rogers, Youth Incorporated. Get out there and get signed up, and hopefully the weather will cooperate. We have had Bill Hobby here this morning, our February hometown hero. Of course, if you have someone you'd like to nominate as your hometown hero, visit our website. That's WPKYonline.com, and tell us the story